Is it time to buy or sell Novavax stock? In this video, we're diving deep into Novavax. Our initial report was published on our website on Wednesday, the 20th of August, 2025. And now we're here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You don't want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and get free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 6th of August 2025, our system has designated Novavax as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0.67. Now, let's examine the stock's performance during this time frame. Throughout this period, the stock has exceeded our expectations, achieving a gain of 15.3% since we initially recommended purchasing Novavax 11 days ago. This results in an average return of 1.39% per day since it was classified as hold or accumulate. The stock is situated in the midst of a broad and robust upward trend in the short term, indicating a likelihood of further increases within this trend. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 18.72% over the next 3 months, with possible returns ranging from negative 6.51% to 32.57%. In terms of the longer outlook, our 12-month analysis predicts a projected change of negative 36.25%. Our calculations suggest that the stock's performance could vary from negative 77.76% to negative 29.49% over the coming year. In practical terms, this would position the future price between $1.94 and $6.16. Our latest daily update for Novavax includes the headline, Novavax stock price fell more than 8.19% Wednesday, closing at $8.74. The Novavax stock price decreased by 8.19% on the last trading day, which was Wednesday, the 20th of August, 2025, dropping from $9.52 to $8.74. During the last trading day, the stock fluctuated by 7.60%, with a low of $8.55 and a high of $9.20. The price has increased in 6 of the last 10 days and is up by 15.3% over the past 2 weeks. Trading volume rose on the last day by 2 million shares, albeit while prices were falling. This may serve as an early warning sign, indicating a slight increase in risk over the next few days. In total, 6 million shares were traded, amounting to approximately $56.09 million. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price reached was $15.22, while the lowest was $5.01. Currently, the price sits at 42.58%, or $6.48, below the 52-week high, and 97.36%, or $322.94, below the all-time high on February 9, 2021, when the price peaked at $331.68. Novavax stock is currently in the spotlight following a strong update for the month of August. The company reported second quarter results that exceeded expectations, earning 62 cents per share and generating approximately $239 million in revenue. This performance was bolstered by a milestone payment of $175 million related to the U.S. approval of its NVAX COVID vaccine. Additionally, Novavax has completed the commercial transition of NVAX to a global partner for the 2025 to 2026 season and has increased its sales outlook for 2025. In terms of research and development, early phase 3 data for a combination vaccine targeting COVID and influenza, as well as a standalone influenza candidate, have shown strong immune and T-cell responses, surpassing the high-dose Fluzone comparator in the initial cohort. In the short term, the earnings beat and receipt of milestone cash serve as clear positive catalysts. They alleviate immediate funding pressures and may prompt a rebound in the stock as investors reassess risk. Looking ahead, the successful commercialization through a major partner and promising phase 3 vaccine data reduce execution risks and create potential for future seasonal vaccine sales and new combination indications. However, the stock will continue to be sensitive to Phase 3 results, royalty agreements, and seasonal trends in vaccine sales. Analyst ratings. On Tuesday, the 17th of June 2025, it was reported that Citigroup assigned NVAX a sell rating with an initialize action. On Monday, the 19th of May 2025, it was reported that B. Riley assigned NVAX a buy rating with a hold action. On Thursday, the 27th of February 2025, it was reported that BTIG assigned NVAX a buy rating with an initialize action. On Wednesday, the 13th of November 2024, it was reported that H.C. Wainwright assigned NVAX a buy rating with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 16th of October 2024, it was reported that Jefferies assigned NVAX a buy rating with a hold action. Analysts have assigned Novavax stock a general neutral rating. They classify the price-to-earnings ratio as a sell and the price-to-book ratio as strong sell. In terms of return on investment, the analysts have given the stock a strong buy rating. The following signals have been identified for Novavax. The Novavax stock currently presents a sell signal from the short-term moving average. Conversely, there is a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, this results in an overall buy signal for the stock, suggesting a positive outlook. If the stock continues to rise, it will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $9.19. Should the stock decline, it is expected to find support from the long-term average at around $7.58. A breakout above the short-term average will trigger a buy signal, while a drop below the long-term average will indicate a sell signal. Additionally, a buy signal has emerged from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. However, some negative signals have also been noted, which could impact short-term developments. A sell signal was generated from a pivot top point on Monday, August 18, 2025, and since then, the stock has fallen by nearly 10%. Further declines are anticipated until a new bottom pivot is established. Notably, trading volume increased alongside falling prices yesterday, which may serve as an early warning, suggesting that the stock should be monitored more closely. Here are some additional signals you may find intriguing. Moving average convergence divergence indicates a buy signal. Pivots, a sell signal was noted 3 days ago. Bollinger Bands, a buy signal was observed 10 days ago. Short-term moving average, a sell signal emerged 2 days ago. Long-term moving average, a buy signal was identified 12 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages suggests a buy signal from 13 days ago. Analyzing the 12-month chart, we can observe a short moving average. A buy signal was noted 12 days ago. The long-term moving average, a buy signal was recorded 12 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 20 days ago. For more signals, be sure to visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for Novavax. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $7.84 and $7.58. There is a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, as breaking this level may lead to a decline to the next support level. In this case, Novavax finds support just below today's level at $7.84. Should this level be breached, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $7.58 and $7.04. This stock may experience significant movement throughout the day, indicating high volatility. With a considerable prediction interval as indicated by the Bollinger Band, this stock is categorized as very high risk. Over the last day, the stock fluctuated by 650 cents between its high and low, which represents a 7.6% change. In the past week, the stock has shown an average daily volatility of 8.43%. Before we dive into the possible good trading levels for Novavax, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio. This crucial ratio measures a company's current share price relative to its per-share earnings. A relatively low price-to-earnings ratio could signal a low expectation for the future of the company, or that the stock is undervalued, indicating a potential buying opportunity. In other news, the next earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is expected on the 11th of November, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates are at negative 22 cents. Keep an eye on these numbers, as they can greatly impact stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Novavax. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for Novavax is at $8.78. If you do not currently own any shares, it may be wise to wait for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those already holding the stock, this could be a point to consider for swing trading. On the downside, Novavax faces its first support level at $7.84. If this support level holds, it might serve as a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Novavax from multiple analyst sources is neutral. Let's take a look at some recent insider trades. On the 20th of June, 2025, Richard J. Rogers conducted an insider buy of 28,326 shares of stock option, which is the right to buy. On the same day, Richard J. Rogers also conducted an insider buy of 18,884 shares of restricted stock units. On the same day, David M. Mott conducted an insider buy of 28,326 shares of stock option. Additionally, on that day, David M. Mott conducted an insider buy of 18,884 shares of restricted stock units. On the same day, Rachel K. King conducted an insider buy of 28,326 shares of stock option. Based on the 100 most recent insider trades, we've calculated the insider power to be positive with a ratio of 59.481. Overall, insiders purchased 3,424,955 shares and sold 763,223 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $8.33, reflecting a decline of 4.64%. This stock exhibits very high daily fluctuations, which introduces significant risk. Additionally, a sell signal has been generated from a pivot top identified 2 days ago. Is Novavax stock a good buy? Novavax presents several positive indicators. However, we still do not find these sufficient to classify it as a buy candidate. At its current level, it is best viewed as a hold candidate, suggesting investors should either hold or accumulate shares while anticipating further developments. Due to some minor weaknesses in the technical outlook, we have revised our analysis for this stock since the last evaluation, moving from a buy recommendation to a hold. After examining the volatility and price movements from the most recent trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Thursday, August 21st, we anticipate that Novavax will open higher by 9 cents, starting at $8.83. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should speak with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decision upon StockInvest.us. By using this information, you agree and are held liable for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? We invite you to comment below and share your thoughts. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With warm regards from everyone here at StockInvest.